The South Dakota State A-Legion baseball tournament begins tomorrow, and though Brandon Valley has to go up against the defending champion Harrisburg, they like their odds of pulling an upset with fireballing Notre Dame-bound ace Aiden Zerr on the mound. Let's meet our Karl's TV and Appliance Athlete of the Week. Aiden Zerr's first exposure to baseball started in the coach's box.
Since I began walking, I was always on that field, like watching my brothers and stuff. My mom used to be like a first base coach for my youngest team, or my brother's youngest team, and I always stood out there with her, so it's just a sport I love the most.
These days, hitters might prefer being there instead of the batter's box when trying to hit his 90-plus mile-an-hour heat.
And if you see 90, you know it's just like, oh, it's 90, so it scares him a little bit.
I mean, he gets his ball to move in, up, down, I mean, then he throws that hard fastball. It just looks that much faster.
That velocity wasn't something Brandon Valley coaches or Aiden himself really counted on, even as they started throwing him on the varsity team as a freshman, meaning he'd have to be a well-rounded pitcher.
It's not my go-to. Like, I love throwing other pitches in there. Like my other two brothers, they didn't throw very hard, so they taught me how to throw my off-speed well.
Doing the pitching, number 4, Aiden Zerr.
After an all-state first season, Zerr put in more training and started to see more speed on his four-seamer.
SCSU, they had me at 94 once. Besides that, 92.
He's really set himself apart. I mean, when we brought him up as a freshman, we saw he had talent, and he threw a lot of changeups back then because the velo wasn't up there, but he threw strikes. And then he started to get bigger, stronger, more athletic, playing basketball and other sports. He's really good at tennis as well, and I mean, being an athlete helped him grow.
Aiden showed the same kind of focus in catching the eye of the school he always wanted to play college baseball at, Notre Dame.
Mostly went to them first. I went to a prospect camp when I was really young. That was just to get the feel, but then my last two I went to, those actually counted a lot. And after my second to last one, the pitching coach really liked my stuff.
After committing to the Fighting Irish last month, the junior has his sights set on bringing a state championship to Brandon Valley. And one way to do that is by throwing even harder. And the State A tournament starts tomorrow at Bob Sheldon Field with, again, Harrisburg taking on Brandon Valley. That'll be at 4 at Bob Sheldon Field. It concludes with the championship on Saturday.